Hey, what's up, everybody? It is I, Bad Billy, founder of the Bearded Patriots. What is going on? Hope you all are well. So, yes, I'm addressing Crazy Joe again. Yes, JoJo, who is so obsessed with me, cannot keep my name out of his mouth. Now, I understand that some of you out there watching this video and you're going to look through my video archives on this channel and you're going to say, well, who are you to talk? You've got a bunch of videos addressed to Joe too. All I got to say to you guys is look at the times in which those videos were posted. In fact, it had been over a year since I posted the segment from the Steve solution a few weeks ago. But prior to that, it had been over a year since I posted a video and addressed JoJo. And then go to JoJo's channel, which I have in the link to the description in this video, and you will see multiple video after video after video, whether he's addressing me, he's addressing Matt Connerton as somebody whose name he can't properly pronounce, or he just refuses to say it right, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I mean, I get the notifications that whenever he's talking crap. And of course, lately, one of the biggest things he's always saying is how I do not deserve an audience. And he's having his show on Mondays, and he's like, Billy's not allowed to call in. Of course, yeah, there's a specific pet name that he likes to call me by, but I just wanted to lay down a few facts for the fucking idiot. I mean, I don't get it. You're not happy unless you're fighting with somebody. That's been the case. I mean, even look at the videos where you're not addressing me. The last video where you're talking about independent and local bands and how you just cannot stop talking shit about them. Of course, you send them a message, and if they don't reply to you in a timely manner that meets whatever it is you're trying to require, you cuss and call them names. And when they said, well, according to you, they said they were considering being a guest on your show, and then after they received your message being a total dick to them, they decided not to. Well, fuck, can you blame them? I mean, you go there, call them assholes or whatever it is, and they want nothing to do with you. You know, how about Voodoo Moonshine? You know, the ones that I interviewed just before you were supposed to, and because their manager, who was a female, didn't want to comply with your demands, you called her the 4-letter C word, which I'll cuss on this channel, but that word I try to avoid. So yeah, you use the 4-letter C word, and then she wants nothing to do with you, and they refuse to schedule you. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you're going to be a dick to them, they're not going to want anything to do with you. I mean, that's just old school logic right there. Apparently, you know, JoJo, how you talk about how people like me weren't given the beat downs of their life. We weren't spanked as kids. Well, for one, when it come to that, you'd be very wrong, because I got my ass whooped on a good number of occasions when I deserved it. I'm sorry, just because I was raised more out of the sticks and I was not raised in New York shitty. That's right, New York shitty, which I've been to, and to me it's a shithole. I hate it there. I mean, that's somebody's home. I get that. There's a lot of people's home, and they can have it, but it's not for me. Doesn't make me any less intelligent. Doesn't make me any less important. Doesn't make me any less of a human being. But you act like just because you're from New York shitty, you're you're just above and beyond everybody else, like you're some kind of god. And you only prove that you're a fucking idiot every time you open your mouth. But I'm wondering if you actually got the whoopings you deserved. Wondering if your dad or your mom took a switch to your ass when you needed it, or a paddle, or a belt, whatever it may have been. Because the way you act, you have no manners, you have no respect. I'm willing to bet, I mean, that's right there is just the act of a fucking spoiled little brat who had a silver spoon shoved down his throat his entire childhood, and then when he became an adult and you know, had to be weaned off of mama's tit, you know, you think the world owes you. I mean, and then of course you want to go on about saying that's how liberals act, when I know a lot of far left liberals do act that way, and don't get me wrong, but they're a fart ring. Now I just almost pulled in a Hakeem Jeffries there. Far, you know, your far right is no different than far left. You know, acting like they're entitled all the time. And that's another thing you do, JoJo. To me, you take far left and far right, and there's really not much of a difference between the two. They both act the same. So you're going to have a show on Monday. Of course, by the time this is posted, it'll already be Monday. So most likely Monday afternoon, early evening, whatever time zone you may be in. That, of course, that's going to be Monday, February 3rd, if you have the shows. If you have that. Well, you don't have to worry about me calling in, Joe, because I'm going to be on the air myself. I guess you didn't know, so I'm not gonna say much on this one, because you didn't know that I'm on the air on Mondays on Patriot Soapbox, and then I'm on the air again on Tuesdays on the Patriots Prayer Network. And I'll tell you, you want to talk about. No, you were so proud. You drew in about 29, 30 listeners. Wow. Now, I'm not sure how many listeners that Radix, Verum, and I pull on the Patriot Soapbox when we're on there. But I'll try to get a number. And the chat room's flooded. The chat room has definitely more than 30 people in there when it's going. And of course, when it comes to Patriot Confederation on Tuesdays on Patriots Prayer Network, my numbers, I see where my numbers go on that one, because that one, of course, we use StreamYard to stream that, and I can see how many are, and it goes up into the thousands on that night. So here's the deal, JoJo. And hopefully you've listened this far, and you're probably tearing what little hair you have out. However, I think you might be pulling out a little bit of brain matter when you do, which probably isn't much. But how about this? Since you're going to be live on your channel the same time I'm live on Patriots Soapbox, I'm going to try to get the numbers from Radix, because she's going to be more behind the controls on that. And we'll see who has more listeners, because that's one thing you love to see how the competition's doing, because you've always talked about how you're going to take my listeners. So how about that? If I can get the numbers from Radix Verum, how many listeners we got, or the other admins of Patriot Soapbox, I'll post another video, and if I'll get them to provide proof too. And I'm willing to bet my audience is going to be much bigger than yours. I mean, and we're not going to be bitching about other people, and we're not, we're going to be talking about important issues happening around the country and around the world. That's what we do. So, how about it, Jojo? Do you accept that challenge? Do you accept the challenge? That's what I'd like to know. Anyway, I don't have much more to say here, except for one other thing too, Jojo. I don't understand why you're so fucking miserable and always bitching, always finding something to bitch about, constantly finding something to bitch about. But why you should be happy. I'm happy we got Biden out of the White House and Trump's in, and Trump's getting some work done. I mean, this is a matter that Matt Connerton and I and Jenny, we could definitely agree to disagree on that. But I mean, for the most part, I still love them regardless of whatever their political affiliation they choose or whoever they voted for. I'm not going to let that get in the way of the friendship that I have with those people. So just leave that there. But hey, I know you supported Trump. So did I, even though you want to say I didn't. So maybe that's one reason. Maybe you should just quit bitching all the time. With that said, yeah, I will be on the air on Patriot Soapbox at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday night. Yeah, so what I just announced, Patriot Soapbox Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern again. I'll be on Patriots Prayer Network. Details on the Patriots Prayer Network and Patriot Confederation you can find at thebeardedpatriots.com. That's right, thebeardedpatriots.com. I am Bad Billy, and I am fucking out of here.